Flood watch in effect through this evening. What flash flooding caused by excessive rainfall is possible? Where? A portion of southeast New York, including the following counties: Orange and Rockland. When? From noon today through this evening. Impacts: excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Creeks and streams may rise out of their banks. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. Additional details: anywhere from 1.5 to 3.5 inches of rain has fallen over the past 24 to 36 hours, and another 1 to 1.5 inches of rain with locally higher amounts is expected to fall today through tonight, mostly during the afternoon and evening hours. Although rainfall rates might not reach an inch per hour, chances of flash flooding have been enhanced due to the recent rainfall. http://www.weather.gov/safety/ flood. You should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flood warnings be issued. National Hurricane Preparedness Week is from April 30th to May 6th. Know your risk. Find out today what types of wind and water hazards could happen where you live, and then start preparing now for how to handle them. Know if you live in an area prone to flooding, if you live in an evacuation zone, and identify weaknesses in your home. Hurricanes are not just a coastal problem. Their impacts can be felt hundreds of miles inland, and significant impacts can occur regardless of the storm's strength. They bring many hazards, including storm surge along the coast and up tidal rivers, freshwater flooding due to heavy rainfall, tornadoes, strong wind, rip currents, and large waves. While the 2022 season was relatively quiet with near normal activity across the Atlantic basin, there was major Hurricane Ian that made landfall in southwest Florida. The storm was responsible for at least 156 fatalities, 41 of which were due to storm surge. It was the third costliest United States hurricane on record and the costliest for the state of Florida. The most memorable system in the last 10 years was Sandy in 2012. More than 50 people lost their lives in the area due to a life-threatening storm surge. There were more than 1 million people evacuated and more than 3 million power outages, some for as long as 2 weeks. The last major hurricane to impact the area was Hurricane Carol in 1954, and before that 1938 Long Island Express. In addition, the tropical moisture associated with what was once Hurricane Ida in 2021 brought catastrophic flooding to the area. There were 55 deaths associated with Ida. 48 of those were due to freshwater flooding when the storm was post-tropical. These past events remind us that it just takes one storm to make it a bad hurricane season for your community, and that significant impacts can happen regardless of a storm's strength. Storms like Sandy, Irene, and Isaias were not classified as major hurricanes, but still had significant impacts. Don't suffer from hurricane amnesia and be complacent this hurricane season. Be prepared and visit hurricanes.gov and ready.gov/hurricanes. Find out if you're in an evacuation zone at hurricanestrong.org and a flood zone at floodsmart.gov. The next statement will focus on preparing before hurricane season. Here are the current conditions.